Well, hey guys, what is up? What is going on out there today? Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of What's the Right Shot? Look, today, as that title says, we're going to work on the value, the reason you want to have super early racket prep, because you want to freeze these guys over there to where they don't know what your shot choice is. And once you do that, man, whatever shot choice you are fully committed to, it's just going to be a higher quality shot. Here comes this episode of What's the Right Shot. Well, guys, good to be with you again today. Another episode of What's the Right Shot. And we're working on doubles, serve, and volley. And, you know, first of all, the premise of serve and volley is that it's not always literally that you've got a volley. Look, this is a let cord return to serve that I've seen a lot of players try to move forward and take this thing, and it just ends up geometrically just too low. Rather than creating some space with the feet and now having an early racket prep to where these guys have no idea where you're going to play this shot, right? Just like we saw in the intro graphic, you could play this up the line. You could play directly at that player in front of you. You could go and bisect the two players, right? Or maybe you play it deep to the returner or some little fancy cross-court roller. The key here is that any one of those 5 shots, I think, are okay. But if you've got the early racket prep and you see that player in front of you start to shift, as we see here in the video, to the left, that pretty much takes the alley out of the picture, I think, right? Because if you go there and the guy anticipates that the middle is kind of wide open for his volley, right? So let me show you the shot that Paul plays. And this is the combo of early racket prep, letting those guys settle in, and then just going ahead and driving it. It's not a volley, right? It's not a half volley. This is really more of an approach shot type of forehand drive where you drive it and you just geometrically bisect these two guys, right? Now, it might look like the player in front of you should be able to make a volley on this, and they would if they didn't think, well, I gotta cover my alley, because there's a good chance that this guy can go up the line. And there is, right? So again, as this shot is played with some real swing freedom, right? It's a drive, and it gets by him in a heartbeat, and geometrically, it's just a perfect ball right there in the middle. Well done, Paul Wolf. Arguably one of the top players, if not one of the best players, he and Len Wofford, who is right there in front of him, arguably the top team in the world in their age group, year in and year out. And there you have it. All right, guys, look, I want to hear from you. What's on your mind with today's episode of What's the Right Shot? Let me know down below. Any comments, any questions, and certainly if you like the video today, please hit that like button. Be sure to share it if you feel so inclined. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. But really important is leave me a comment or a question down below that I can respond to. Guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. What's the Right Shot? As always, this time, we got to get out there. Help someone else have a great day. Guys, see you again next time. Guys, it is Brent back here with you. And look, there's an 80-20 reality when we play matches. 80% of the time, we're not playing points. On average, only about 20% of the time during a match are we actually playing points. And if you don't manage the other 80% of the time, which is between points and on side changes, if you don't manage that really well, you tend to be all over the map with the mental part of the game during the points. So look, I got a free video for you, and what it's going to show you is my exact 4 parts between points system, between points routine that I go through in all my matches that really helps me play consistently at the top of my skill level. Right down below, I want you to pick up this video if you have not yet done so. There is a link that will take you over to a web page. All you got to do is drop in a first name and email address, and you will get immediate access to that free 9-minute video. Guys, right down below, click that link, and you can get inside of it right away.